Hey, what's up guys, it's Disturbed. I'm going to be making a weekly vendor restock like I do every single week. This time I'm actually on time, so thank God for that. By the way, basically the way that I do it is I just go to every single vendor. I only look at the stuff, or I'm only going to show the stuff that's actually worth looking at. I'm not going to show you guys crappy stuff because that's just a waste of time. So yeah, I do this every single week, so if you aren't subscribed already, please make sure to do so. And just as an incentive to subscribe, actually tomorrow I'm making a video showing people how to get DZ funds really quickly. So if there's like something in the dark zone like there was last week, like that lightweight M4, and you just weren't able to get DZ funds for it, hopefully with the video that I'm making tomorrow, I'll show you guys how to get that, and then it'll be good for you. But anyways, let's start off with the video. So yeah. Alright, so starting off at the base weapons vendor, we have a pro red dot sight with crit damage, headshot damage, and crit chance. If you don't already have a decent sight, this one's actually pretty nice. It rolled, I mean, the three best stats. Usually I prefer to have headshot damage as the major, but if you don't already have a good one of these, this is pretty nice. Alright, we're just going to take a look at the advanced weaponry vendor anyways, because last time a lot of people were complaining because they didn't show an ACR, which I didn't think was very good. But anyways, whatever, we'll just get into it. So here's the pecan, here's the base damage roll. Depends on my firearms and whatnot, so it doesn't really matter. Cassidy, of course, Centurion. A PX4 Storm, nothing good there, nothing good there. Lightweight M4, unfortunately though, it has really bad talents. The base damage on it's really high, but low enemy armor damage. And I mean, skilled, predatory, capable, pretty useless talents there. An SSG, pretty bad talents as well. Same thing with that SVD, and same thing with that MK46. Not great right there. This is okay, but it's accuracy, I mean, it's missing crit damage, it's not the best. This is alright, I mean, actually no, this is pretty terrible. You never want to get accuracy on a grip. And this is pretty bad as well. Moving down to the special equipment vendor, we got a historian here like always, then the delicious liberator. Is that an LVOA-C? A Valkyra, first wave X45, first wave Vector with okay talents. The LVOA-C, vicious already. The base damage all and the enemy armor damage make up for it, Poppy. It's good. No way, it's actually good, and it costs Phoenix credits this time. There you go, boys. Vicious, deadly, destructive. If you're to roll one of these, I'd probably roll off deadly. But I mean, you can still use it. I mean, if you don't have, you probably want to get competent. So I would say try to. I mean, with that other FAMAS that has like unforgiving and destructive that a lot of people got, I could see you using this with that. So then you'd have vicious, unforgiving, deadly, uncomplicated, and then you could roll destructive, or you'd have destructive on the other gun as well, and then you could roll destructive or competent on this gun, and then you might want to roll destructive on the other gun too. I don't know, but yeah, this is actually pretty nice. The enemy, or I mean, the base damage is a little low. It's only 300 less, which it's not too bad. It could be higher. The enemy armor damage, again, pretty much the same thing, 4% less. It is kind of a hit, but I mean, this is great for those of you that don't have one. Vicious, deadly, destructive are really good talents. Vicious and deadly pair nice together. Deadly isn't the best in the world, but I mean, it's still pretty nice. Then we got a Super 90, Unforgiving, Dominant Commanding, pretty trash. Classic M44, which is pretty terrible. Same thing with that L86 there. A Striker's Mask. I actually have been wanting one of these. It's pretty terrible, but I mean, okay. I wanted one. Anyways, Final Measure Mask. It's okay. Predator's Mark Mask. It's pretty good. Rolled Crit Chance Native. Good for PvP. Same with this Firecrest Mask. Robust Chest. Tactician Vest. Lone Star. Defense. Relentless Backpack. Sentry Backpack. Deadeye Set. Banshee. Accomplished knee pads, so these are they're decent. Hunter's Faith, Recovered Holster, Astute Gloves, Gloves of the Nomad, Reclaimer Gloves, which are pretty okay. Alpha Gloves, which, I mean, if you're gonna use it with shotguns, they're alright. Firearms Mod, Performance Mod, ooh, First Aid Selfie, that's cool. Heavy Mag Spring, nothing big there. Large Suppressor, which is pretty nice. Then we got a Vertical Grip with Optimal Range, that's pretty cool. Some RDS Scope, not too big a deal there. Now let's take a look at the blueprints over here. We got weapon kit like always. Okay, we got a classic RPK. Not really what I was hoping for, but that's alright. Converted USC, I could kind of care less. Stamina gloves, hey. I can craft myself some God Roll ass Savage gloves, even though the ones I have are already pretty perfect. I mean, if you guys need these, you can craft some really good Savage gloves. That would be nice. Electronics backpack. Maybe you could make a specialized backpack or something out of that. An angled grip, which is pretty cool. Holographic sight, performance gear mod, which could be pretty nice, though you'd probably have to roll it like 100 times to get exactly what you want. And then just the rest of these are just going to be 229, so I'm just going to slowly scroll through them. Nothing big there. MP7 if you want to craft them to a 4-0. What's up for the 182 blueprints? Ah, yes, an M44. I actually need this because for this Alpha Bridge thing that I was running. Okay, so I'm going to buy that. That's cool. Alright. Now let's move on to safe houses. Alright, at Autumn's Hope we got a Reckless chest with damage to elites and protection from elites, and it rolled kill XP already. So if you roll off protection from elites and you got armor, this would be great to use in PvE. The armor base roll isn't that high, same with the stam roll, but I mean, if you don't already have one, it's pretty nice. Alright, at the Wolves Den Safe House, we have a grip that's pretty much perfect if you're going to use it with an LVOA-C. It has really high crit damage, it rolled stability native on it, and has 4.5% reload speed. Don't worry about the 2.5% taking off uncomplicated. It's like a very small decimal point that actually takes off in terms of damage, so don't worry about that. This is a great grip if you're going to get one. Alright, moving on to Dante's Run. This isn't the best in the world, but we got some accomplished knee pads that are pretty decent. It has a good armor roll, and it rolled enemy armor damage if you're going to be using this in PvE. Unfortunately, though, it does not have increased kill XP, but you could roll a health and get some armor or something on that. And then it also has 4% support station healing speed, so if you're going to use that build that Marco Styles running, you could go with that. And there's also Pulse Duration performance mod. Not the best in the world, but in PvE this could be helpful. Alright, at the Cavern Safe House we got a specialized backpack that's pretty impressive here. It has pretty decent firearms. The armor could be a little bit higher, but it is what it is. And it rolled armor natively, so you could roll the minor attribute for ammo cap, or you could try to go for more armor or a higher firearms roll. Whatever it is, it's a pretty decent roll. And then we also got performance mod, not that one, that one's pretty trash. We got a first aid selfie performance mod if you don't already have one of these, so this is pretty decent. It's at the Cavern. Alright, at Madison Stand, if anybody's planning on running an all high-end build, I definitely recommend using Refresh. This gives you a lot of extra toughness, and this one has a pretty decent roll. Really high firearms roll, though it doesn't have enemy armor damage, but it has health on kill. You could roll for crit chances on there, or you could just keep that and then roll for enemy armor damage. Armor could be a little bit higher, but it is what it is, and there's nothing really else worth looking at. I mean, just turret duration performance mod if you're interested in that. Nothing really too special there with that stand mod. Alright, moving on to the last call safe house, we got an AUG that rolled with Brutal Deadly. This reminds me of 1.2 when Brutal and Deadly were sought after. It's not the best in the world, but I mean, some people might want it for whatever reasons. I don't run SMGs in this patch for reasons that I've explained in a different video. SMGs are pretty bad as of right now, but I mean, if you want it, feel free to pick it up. Then there's a red dot sight. I mean, the one on the base is much better, so not worth getting. Alright, at the Ward Safe House, for any of you bastards who insist on running Secret Bomb build, Sticky Bomb builds, if you can even still do that, I'm not sure. But there's a 3% Sticky Bomb damage, and then right next to it, 5.5% Sticky Bomb explosion radius, so I mean, it's there if you want it. Over at the Grind House, if nobody has, or if you need a muscle, god damn it, I can't speak. If you need a muzzle, it's pretty decent. This one has crit damage, crit chance, and headshot damage. Again, I'd prefer to have headshot as a major, but I mean, still pretty nice, and suppressors are awesome too, because you get the reduced threat. You don't have to deal with those pesky NPCs as much as you would with a loud vent break, so this is pretty cool. Alright, at East 53rd Troop, we have a decent Tenacious Mask, if anybody was interested. Nothing else here is really good, though. There's a first aid ally heal, but the Tenacious Mask is alright. I'd probably roll for enemy armor damage here. The firearms just could be better, but I mean, it is what it is. At East 40th Street, there's a pretty decent extended mag here. It has 110 mag size. It rolled reload speed and crit damage. I prefer to have crit chance and then rate of fire, but it's still pretty good for those of you that don't already have a good mag. And it only costs 21,000 Dark Sun funds. And I mean, 110 mag size is pretty decent, so it's pretty alright mag. Alright, at 5th Avenue, we got another Refresh Mask, which is pretty decent. Really high armor roll there, and pretty decent firearms roll. Again, doesn't have enemy armor damage, but I mean, health isn't too bad. Then we got a support station healing speed performance mod here as well. Scope is pretty terrible. At West 31st Street, you got Savage Gloves, which are pretty bad. I mean, they have LMG damage, crit chance, and health on kill. So if you want to use LMGs, then I guess you can get these. The armor roll is pretty low, same with the stam roll. So I mean, if you're gonna use assault rifles, these aren't that great. They're worth buying, at least if you don't already have Savage Gloves, but still not the best, and nothing else here is too great. I mean, we got an okay grip, but you prefer to get reload speed over accuracy. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, at West 53rd Street, we got a performance mod with 6% first aid self-heal, which is pretty much god roll here. I might actually buy myself a few of these, because 6% I think is the max on this. And I mean, it only costs 21,000, that's pretty nice. Then we got a TI rank spread. Okay, never mind. Alright, pretty decent performance mod though, so if you don't already have these, definitely pick them up. Alright, so that's going to be it for all the DZ checkpoints and safe houses. There was some decent stuff, but nothing crazy. But now we're just going to move on to the Dark Zone vendors, and then we're done with this week. So, starting off, wow. This is really, really good for PvE. Holy shit. Damage elites and enemy armor damage rolled on it already. Then you could buy it and then just roll for like max firearms roll or something in the armor. I mean, that doesn't matter a whole lot in PvE. So that's really, really good there. Then we got, wow, almost a god roll Alpha Bridge chest. Also, 3100 armor is insane. If you want to just make a comparison, that's 160 more armor than my Barrett chest. That's close to max. Really, really high stam roll there. You could roll protection from elites for something else. So I mean, if you're gonna be running an alpha chest for the time being, that's really nice. And then just to troll us, we got an alpha backpack with no armor, GG. A Hunter's Faith, knee pads, which are, I mean, who runs Hunter's Faith anymore? Banshee, it's okay. Reclaimer gloves, I can't get a good pair of Reclaimer gloves, man. But I mean, this Striker Mask and alpha chests are really, really nice. So I definitely recommend picking these up if you need them. Alright, moving on to the DZ05 weapon mod vendor. We got a high velocity mag in here, nothing too special there. Compensator, that's pretty bad. Reload speed grip, I mean, it's okay. You want crit damage on instead of stability, but, or I mean, instead of optimal range is what it is. And then another one of these. Every week, this guy just sells complete and utter trash. Like, I don't understand. What is wrong with this guy? Alright, well, let's just move on. Alright, now we're in the DZ04 checkpoint. Just as usual, ballistic shield health. I mean, not checkpoint safe house, I mean. Yeah, this is pretty trash, so nothing special here. Alright, now moving on to the DZ03 safe room. Let's hope there's some D. Okay, doesn't look like it, but we'll look at it anyways. Expert, responsive, M1911. Okay. MK16, talented with meticulous. Nothing special there. No, I probably wouldn't use this. It's a double-barreled sawed-off, but I like to use those sometimes. Not too great there. Nothing great there. Alright, let's just look at DZ02 and then we're off. Alright, now we're going to finish it up at DZ02, hoping there's something decent here. We got a Rejuvenated Mask. It's actually pretty good, but I don't really run Rejuvenated. But I mean, if you wanted one, this one's actually pretty good. It rolls crit chance and enemy armor damage. Just roll for max firearms or stam roll, and it has pretty decent armor, so that's actually pretty nice. Then we got a robust chest, who cares? Technical backpack, nothing special there. Prosperous knee pads, nothing special there. Recovered holster, again, nothing special. And then some Decisive Gloves, which are pretty nice if you plan on running Decisive. I don't believe this works with defense, but I mean, if you want to use a ballistic shield with a pistol build, this would work nicely. It has damage to elites and crit damage, roll off marksman rifle damage, get some crit chance or some pistol damage as base. It's pretty nice, good armor, good stam, but yeah, nothing too special there. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much gonna be it for this week for this restock. It was pretty okay. There wasn't, you know, amazing stuff, but that LVOA-C was pretty nice there, so I'm pretty happy about that. You can also get those Savage Gloves blueprint, which is really nice. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please make sure to drop a like, as it does help me out a ton, and subscribe for videos just like this in the future. I'm usually the first one to upload this every single week, and I also upload a ton of other videos on a daily basis, so if you aren't subscribed already, please make sure to do so, and I promise you won't regret it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys later. Peace.